Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tina and it is a beautiful day to be creating with you. I'm actually popping this Christmas project video in because it has been requested by one of our group members. Big shout out to Lisa. Money holders. Okay, so I have been making money holders for a really long time. I happen to love them. This one here is going to provide, this video here will provide you for the instructions to do a manual cut one. But down in the comments, I am going to link for you this holiday season a design space file that will also cut these, that has a few little extras. All right, so I've been making money holders, as I said, for a really long time, and I love them. I am very comfortable giving the gift of cash for so many reasons, but in this video, I'm going to share with you a couple of fun ideas. Okay, fun fact, I just want to, full creativity inspiration when I did these. Another thing I use a lot of are these pop-up gift card holders. Here you go here, and you put your gift card right in there. And I love these as well. These actually came out of the same workshop some time ago, but I keep them for my demos and to kind of show everything, to show my artwork. I designed these with purpose so that when you cut this, regardless of whichever one you cut first, if you're using the design space files, you can cut the money holder and then you'll be able to rotate that and get a gift card holder out of the same 12 by 12 base. I thought that was really important that they fit that way to maximize what you're cutting. So this and this will come out of one 12 by 12 sheet. So you might want to think about that when you are making these fun things. All right, let's go ahead and put this together. So some of you know that I do a virtual card buffet every month, and this is a kit. The kit number never changes. Money holders are always 411 no matter what the theme. What I'm going to share for this is the assembly of the Cricut file. But I've also went ahead and measured out this one that I made some time ago that has the manual measurements. And I'm going to share all of the measurements with you so that you can create these on your own, whether you need to just manually cut it by yourself or you're going to do the design space files with some options. All right, so we'll go ahead and dive in. Here we go. Okay, so our base is 8.5 going this way. It is 8.5 by 7. 8.5 by 7. All right. I'll open this one up over here too, just to kind of point. Now you'll see the only change is this little circle right here. You could do that with a punch. You could do that with a thin cut. If you wanted that little thumbnail notch out, you could certainly do that. I would suggest you wait till you put your decorative piece on so you could, cut them both out so it's nice and even though. All right. I'll flip around here. Now to make this, what you're going to do is grab your score tape. I like to use 1/8 of an inch. Okay. You can also use red line tape. That's available as well. And a lot of people love that. Okay. And we just want to seal the very edges because our money has to fit in here. We'll just peel those off. And when I fold this up, I do like to go from the inside here and then push to the outside. I think it just gives it a nice, it makes sure it hits the edges and it keeps it really nice. Okay, so for your inside piece, on the inside here, if you're doing this one over here, that piece is going to be 6 7/8 by 1 7/8. And you know what I forgot? Your score lines. Let's go ahead and go back to that piece. All right, so going this way, 3 1/4 and 6 1/2 are your score lines. 3 1/4 and then 6 1/2, and you want to score them this way. So your 8 1/2 should be across the top, and you should be scoring down the 7 mark there. Okay. Boy, I'm glad I remembered that. Okay, and then for your inside piece, just to kind of recap on that, that inside piece is going to be the 6 7/8 by 1 7/8. Now, if you're doing the design space file, I decided to decorate it up a little bit because you can. So it has these really pretty scallop pieces, and remember all your papers two-sided. And I like to line my pieces up when I put them on with the scallop cut using the little notch out. There we go. All right, I'm going to go ahead and create the front piece. This is some beautiful scallop paper that we got going on here. And you can build it on or build it off. It doesn't, I don't think it really matters which way you do it. But this piece here, which I'll call the front base mat. Your front base mat piece is going to be 6 7/8 by 3 1/8. All right. And I don't normally give all the measurements and everything, but I felt for this one, you guys would gonna probably want those. All right. Now this is, some measurements have changed in this, and in the Cricut file, this is smaller because the scallop takes up more room. So the piece for the manual that I'm going to give you is going to be a little bit bigger so that it lays out like this, but you could adjust those, you know, by 1/4 of an inch or whatever if you would like. Okay. So just this one, this measurement right here is going to be 5 1/2 by 3. 5 1/2 by 3 is that green tree that's right there. Okay. I'm not going to give the measurements for the Cricut one because you really don't need it. Decisions now are when this comes into play. It's like, which one do I want? I think I'm going to put, I've already made several with the plaid, so I'm going to put the gray piece up. There we go. And for that over here with this plaid piece right here that you have, that piece is going to be 1 1/4 by 3. 1 1/4 by 3. Okay. I call this the little front focal piece. These are 2 1/4 inch squares. 2 1/4. Let's double check. Yeah, 2 1/4 inch squares. You can do them with anything. You really can. You can do them with colored. You can do them with colored paper if you don't want to stamp them. You can do them with, you know, anything that you would like. I always do the 2 1/4, and then whatever's behind it, I like that to be at 2 1/2. I'm going to ink the edges of this one with the wrong ink. I actually really want the scarlet on this one. I love that both colors are used in this retired paper that I have over here. And that is my tip number 1 for this. If you have some Christmas papers that are just sitting around, you can make these, and I'm going to tell you about a couple of fun little ways you can do this. So you can fill these with random. You can obviously use them to gift. That's, you know, my first thing I do is I give money, and I use these to put everything in, and they look fantastic. All right, the second thing you could do is you can make games out of them. So you could have a little tree and hang these on a tree and let everybody pick one. You can put their names on it as a decoration and do it that way, or you can do it game related, but they'll make a beautiful decoration as for the holidays in however you want to use them. You can hang them on a door. You can do all kinds of stuff with them. Okay, and then the other thing is there is a fun game that we are going to play this year. Oh, and you can see here the person got to choose 2 because this is a kit, so it's pre-cut and pre-stamped for my card buffets. We're going to be playing a game this year where different amounts are going to be in each of the envelopes, the money holders, and they're going to be labeled. And then we're going to have little things that a person has to do, like it could be a challenge, it could be a trivia question, it could be whatever it is. And these are all going to be numbered. Each person's going to get 8 of them, and they will have random amounts of cash in them, but they will be numbered 1 through 8. Whoever wins that round, you have to give them your envelope, so your money holder. So, and then you don't know what you get until the end. So I think that's going to be a fun little twist for a family game that we have. And we'll only put a couple of dollars in each one. We won't make that super expensive or anything like that. Okay, this bow here is my favorite bow. It is from one of the Close to My Heart cartridges, and the running joke is I say all the time that this should just be named after me by this point. I know that you can get about 67 of them at 3/4 of an inch to a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and I absolutely love this bow. It is my favorite. I like to put a little foam tape under each of the pieces. It's a 3-piece. I'm going to show you this. And you can actually do these in different colors. So you can do this top portion in a different color than the bottom if you would like to do that as well. All right. I keep them at 3/4 and go through a lot of them. And they are on my December Stamp of the Month kit, so you would see those. But I have the old Close to My Heart containers, and there's my black ones. And then I just keep different things like that. So I have, you know, the red and the black are ones that I keep on hand all the time. All right, a little bit of foam tape here, but we're not going to put this on. We're just going to put it on the base piece that I have here, which is just a 2.5 kind of star piece. There we go. All right, closing it. This one here has the little Velcro closures, and I buy these, they come in great bulk. Like this is, I've had this pack for a couple years now. That's how many come in the package. Another way you can do them is also to use up these zip strips, which I love. And this did not even come with this paper. This is from a Mix-Ins, but you can see that it's very complimentary. If you want to, you can put your money in here, and then you can seal them by using this. So you don't even need the Velcro, and you don't need a full zip strip. You're going to see that. I wished I had grabbed my money. Hold on for a minute. I'm actually going to throw some money in here for the game. Okay. Here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one in here, and I'll mark the back of it with a Post-it note so that we have it for our game. All right, there we go. And now what you're going to do is you're going to put a little bit of adhesive on the one end of your zip strip. And I like that this, so a zip strip is approximately 1/2 inch. You could use shimmer trim if you just wanted it to be sticky. I like to put it under where that front focal piece is going to go, and then wrap it all the way around. All right. It doesn't even have to be perfect because you're putting, you know, a nice big piece on there. So you have about that much left over. I just put the whole zip strips in there, and I just pull a whole zip strip, and it helps me de-stash. All right, so there we go. Now it's sealed. You don't need the Velcro. You don't need anything else. So you don't have to buy, you know, extra supplies for this. And you don't need the little bow either. But that's also a little crazy talk. Another thing that's nice about this is you can also add extra foam tape if you really like dimension and you want them to pop, because, you know, you're not putting them anything. Now, you can mail these. If you're going to mail them, I wouldn't do this second edition of the foam tape. I would just stick with one, and they will fit inside of a regular letter envelope, a size 10 envelope. They'll fit right inside them. So if you're planning on sending that this year, you'll have it. I think I'm going to go straight up and down with this because I like the way the points are right on that. And then just a little bit of our liquid glue. There we go. And like I said, the bow is not needed, but I really do love this bow. We're going to put the bow right there. Okay, I'll let that sit for a moment and dry, and we're going to add a little bit of bling. I think this is the perfect opportunity to grab any bling that you have that you're trying to use up and use it up. Okay, that's what I think. This is just the perfect time. Now, for my candy apple, though, I do like to kind of do different things with them. You can, you know, a pearl in the center or anything that you would like. I'm actually looking for some bling that I had earmarked to use up so I could put it in there. Or I'm looking for a new pack of that candy apple, which hopefully I've pulled in, yeah, but we're going to see. Oh, look at this. I'll use this, even though this is not candy apple. Maybe I'll go ahead and put a scarlet one in there. Let's see. Normally, I put a new pack in there as soon as I know. Oh, I just started the wrong way. I normally try to keep, as my bling is getting low, I try to, you know, put a new one in, or as I use one all the way up. Okay, so the medium dots fit perfectly in the center, and this bow is cut at a 3/4 inch high on that, and it's just, this is just going to fit perfectly right in the center, and it looks really cute. You just want to make sure that you get the little pieces on the sides there and give it a good push. All right, there we go. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in some of that scarlet. I have some stars here. So I think I'll put a couple of stars because I like the shape of the focal point there. And it's super easy for me to use up. The dots are always my first, the hearts are my second, and then the stars are the third thing that I use up. So I'm always looking for another way to do that. I think I'll just keep one up there and I'll put two over here, but maybe space them apart. I love to put my bling on like this so I can kind of check out where I might like it to be. I think we're gonna go right here, right at the end of that leaf, almost like the stars coming from that leaf. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so now you can see these money holders are so easy to put together. It can, taking a break during the holidays here as we, get closer, take the breaks, take the mental breaks, take the time for you, do something that is going to bring you joy when you make it, and also help you with the stress that the holidays can sometimes bring for some people. Doing this, however, though, is perfect because you get to do something that you love. You get to give a gift of something that you made. You get to fill yourself with your craftiness that, is just obviously such a wonderful thing for crafty people. So I hope you will find this project, the manual one. I hope you will find this project a lot of fun and that it will help inspire you this holiday season. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day. If you found this video useful or you just liked it, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps me out here in the YouTube community. And if you drop me a hi, I'll make sure to give one back. Bye-bye.